y'all, as I'm sure you all have heard of by now, Saint Laurent has done a major price increase on a few of their items. A few weeks ago, I want to say it was late April or mid-April when this happened. I want to say it was late. It was the last Monday in April they did the increase. I think they technically did it over the weekend for some of like the third-party stores like Saks and Neiman's and stuff. I first heard of the price increase from the YouTuber Hello Catwalk City, and she posted on her community tab that, hey, if you want the toy Lulu, you better get it today because Monday it's going to be going up to $18.90. And I was like, damn it, that's the bag that I was looking at. Well, one of them, because I've been looking at bags from different brands just to see if I wanted to elect getting a bag this year. Those were going to be amongst the few. Well, she posted that on a Saturday. It was Saturday afternoon when I saw it. And the post had also mentioned that Saks and Neiman's had already changed it to $18.90, but on the YSL website, it was going into effect on Monday, which it did, I checked. But that Saturday on YSL.com, it was still at the $15.90. Yeah, instead of $18.90, the price is now, it's $18.50, I believe. Let me correct myself there. So it was at $15.90 before the price increase. So that's what it was. And I thought about it for a second. I'm like, do I buy this right now? Because I already determined right then and there that $18.90, almost $2,000 for this. Although it's leather, and I haven't heard any negative things about Saint Laurent's quality of their handbags, I'm just like, I don't think that it's worth that much anymore. And after tax, you're probably looking at a little over $2,000. I ultimately decided to not get it because I had a couple other expenses that I had to take care of at the time. So it wasn't the right time, but if I didn't, I probably would have bought it. When I saw that, I'm like, cross that off the list as another bag that I will not be buying. I just don't think that it's worth it, because in my Louis Vuitton price increase video, I put a lot of emphasis on the actual money cost of it. Now I'm coming on it more from a, is it worth it standpoint. Like, is this bag truly worth this amount of money? And for the toy Lulu, I feel like it's just a little too high for me to pay it almost $2,000. And once I saw that, my heart kind of sank, because I'm like, it's just not gonna happen anymore. But I also do have the price increase on a few of the other items from YSL. Oh, another good one, I still have that screenshot, unbelievably, from when I did my Louis Vuitton price increase video, because I'd suggested, instead of paying the price that the Neverfull is now, you could get a Saint Laurent Rive Gauche bag. And at that point, it was $14.90. Now it jumped up considerably to $16.90. So it went up $200. So I don't know, it's pushing the point. I've never seen a Rive Gauche in person. I don't know like how it wears. I don't know how much could fit in it. It looks to be a considerable amount. I think it's on par with the Neverfull, if not even bigger. But I don't think the bag has any closures. Y'all correct me if you guys have the bag. But in percentage wise, per FifthAvenueGirl.com, this price increase was 13.42%. And I'll try to put screenshots of everything up here. And going back to the toy Lulu bag, as I mentioned, it was $15.90 to start off with. And now it's $18.50. And that's a 16.35% increase. So notably, that's from this chart here, that's the biggest price increase. And I've been noticing that they've been doing it on the most popular products, which I guess when you come from a business standpoint, you have to do the biggest increase on your most popular bags, the ones that actually sell, right? Because that's where you're gonna make most of your profit from. But other notable increases is that the small puffer bag, another one that I liked, that one went from $2,490 to $2,850. Crazy. That went up almost $400, you guys. That is unreal to me. And that's an increase of 14.46%. It's hard to fathom that within just a few months. I don't even, now when it comes to Saint Laurent, some of the other brands I'll talk about, I'm not quite sure like of their price increase history. So for Saint Laurent, I know they did one last year, but I don't know if they, like the top three, do multiple a year or if they just do one a year. So if you guys know their price increase schedule, let me know what it is down below, because I wasn't able to find it, but maybe I didn't search for the right thing. To be fair, on some of their other items, like the Loop camera bag, it was $14.90 and it went up just to $1,550. So that's just a 4% increase, which is doable. Because I see the Loop camera bag from time to time. So that's a reasonably popular bag within itself also. Now, Saint Laurent is a Kering Group brand. So a lot of the major huge price increases were coming from the LVMH side. Even though Chanel and Hermes, I don't think belong to either one of those. I think they're kind of like, they're either privately owned or they're owned by like one entity or something. It's not like a big corporation or conglomerate type thing like Kering and LVMH. But now that they're starting to do it over on the Kering side, I think that's a hint that we are going to be expecting these huge price increases probably for the next few years, if not forever. Because I was, while doing my research, I did notice that there was a video I came across where Fendi did a major price increase on the peekaboo bags, also on the Lady Dior. So a lot of brands have been kind of increasing it like low key. Maybe not so low key if you're a person that's been eyeing the bag, but just me, since my favorite brand is Louis Vuitton, that's the brand that I keep the most eye on because I like to see what's new, what's going up, what's stayed the same. So pardon me for not having the stats for every bag from the other brands, but trust and believe they have been doing major increases from those other brands as well. And it's just scary to think about, because I really feel that this is a sign of the times and it's just not going to get any better. Because even when it comes to like necessities, like the other day I filled up my gas, because granted I do not drive a lot, but I did have to do quite a bit of driving within the past couple weeks, so I finally had to fill up again. And I mean, over here in Dallas, gas has surpassed $4. I know that probably seems like nothing compared maybe to like California and maybe some other states. But just to fill up my little old Kia Forte was $45. $45. I never thought that I would see the day that that would happen, which on a normal instance, if I'm at about a quarter of a tank, it would probably be maybe like $30 to $32, maybe a couple dollars more if it got really close to E. But when it comes to these luxury brands, don't get me wrong, I do believe that's having some impact on it, and I'm not being naive here. It's life. Everything in life is going to see some kind of increase in value. I'm not saying even when it comes to luxury bags that, oh, the price has to stay the same for 2 and 3 and 4 years. That's not going to happen. What my issue is that the amount that they're increasing the prices by. And it's not for everything, thank goodness, but when you see them do it to one particular bag, go up $400 and absolutely nothing has changed about the bag. I mean, I just think that's uncalled for. I really do. And now I just don't know if it's just like a thing about, oh, we want exclusivity. I really think it's coming down to the fact that we're accepting it. we gripe and we bitch and complain, sorry about the language, but we complain about these high price increases, but yet we're still buying it. So that to these big corporations is showing that we mad at y'all, but we love y'all still. That's kind of the vibe and the feeling that they're probably getting from us. And at this point, I am 100% convinced that it's not just about inflation anymore. I really do feel like it's more like monkey see, monkey do type of mentality when it comes to these price increases. Now, don't come for me, but in my opinion, I feel like we're nearing the corner, if not have already came across the corner of the end of COVID and the pandemic. So why all of a sudden now are we wanting to make these huge increases? Like during the height of the pandemic in 2020, we didn't hear like anything crazy about these increases. It was just the same amount. Now all of a sudden on certain pieces, you're seeing $300 and $400 increases on them. Now, granted, just because COVID may be about to be over, that doesn't mean the effects from them are just gonna go away that quickly. Of course not. It's kind of weird when you think about it, because in the height of COVID, you did not see all of these games when it comes to the prices of these items. But now all of a sudden, you know, one brand started doing it, people were still buying which is Chanel. Then the second brand, which is Louis Vuitton, started doing it. Nothing changed. Now I kind of feel like all these other brands are wanting a piece of the pie, if you will, because like I said in my Louis Vuitton increase video, they see Chanel and Louis Vuitton getting away with this. Oh no, we want in too. That is definitely what's going on, you guys. I mean, we could all have our opinions, but it's just not about the rising costs of goods and gas and transportation and everything. It's because they see that the other brands are getting away with it. But yes, you guys, I'm going to say it's sad a lot in this video, because it's just kind of sad to think about, because this is just the reality of it. It's like you either choose to stay in the game or you bow out. So it's a lot to think about. It's nothing to take lightly. And I'm taking this and making it all serious and stuff. It's literally scraps of leather and canvas sewn together. It's not life or death. But yet the way I'm coming about it does kind of make it sound like that. But it's just hard, because a lot of us, I know, we just love luxury. We just love the pieces and just everything. But yeah, you guys definitely think about it, because by us supporting it, it's saying to them that we support you, we support what your company is standing for and what you're about and what y'all are going to do in the future. So I don't know if I'm going to be with all of that. We're going to see what they do in the future, because that's going to say a lot as well. But it's just a lot to take in. Just think about it. There's going to be a day where just like a wallet on chain, a non-Chanel wallet on chain is going to surpass $3,000 one day. Like, think about it. Going back to Saint Laurent, that toy Lulu bag will probably be over $3,000 in probably like a year or two. So it's just kind of like a cluster block of thoughts that run through your mind when you think about what the future is going to hold. Even non-luxury things like going back to gas. Some people may unfortunately be paying these type of prices now, like if you have like SUVs and trucks and stuff. But just for a regular car, a sedan or anything, it's gonna come a day where we gotta pay nearly $100 to fill up for a tank of gas. It's gonna cost $200 for like 3 bags of groceries. That's just a world I don't know if I want to live in. Let me not say it like that. I'm blessed to live, don't get me wrong. But the scary thing about it too is that while everything else is going up due to inflation and just the times and like the climate that we're in right now, our pay is not going up either. I don't know what to say, you guys. It's kind of depressing to think about it. And just to go back to our pay is not increasing. I've also watched a couple videos. Again, this is for Louis Vuitton. I mentioned her in my Louis Vuitton price increase video, meghanslayge. She also did a part 2 of answering questions like her subscribers had, and she divulged that for monogram products, they only got paid 0.1% commission off of a monogram canvas piece. When she said that, I'm like, oh my God, because I've always heard that for like the past year or so that they only get like $1, but hearing it like percentage wise, that just seems so low. And for other things that are like higher in value, like, you know, exotics and trunks and stuff, she said that it goes up a little bit more, but it's not anything great. The YouTuber Dior M Style, I'll link all the videos that I referenced down below. She is also an ex Louis Vuitton associate, and she said that for those monogram pieces, they used to actually get 0.25% or 0.25% commission off of those, and then they actually reduced it down to the 0.10. They're not getting paid while they see these huge increases. They're not seeing that reflected in their pay, and that's so not fair. Because I could say that if it was one thing, if the quality was getting better, the associates were getting paid very fairly or above it being fairly, being very generous, I could see them doing that. But now with all my research that I've done, it's just going to show you that it's just going to these huge CEOs' pockets and not the hardworking people that have to be in the store for like 10 and 12 hours a day, working their butts off with these huge crowds of people waiting in line. It's just depressing, and I feel for them. I was actually in Louis Vuitton and Gucci this past week, and the sales associate, because I was there with my brother, he was looking at a few things, but the sales associate in Louis Vuitton, so nice. He was willing to help us, and he answered all of our questions. We were basically just chit-chatting. I'm glad he gave me his card, because I will go back to him and buy something if something arises, if I decide to go with the Alma BBE. But so nice. People like that are just honestly helpful and will cater to their clients deserve to get like 10 and 20% commission. It's just not fair. Also in Gucci, I did get a little something from Gucci, which I will do an unboxing. It's nothing major, trust me, but I went to Gucci and got a little something, and there was a line because it was the weekend. The other day at Louis Vuitton, it wasn't a line because we went on a weekday. But going back on a Saturday, this past Saturday, last weekend, like there was a line, and they had to go like so quick, and they stayed open an extra hour. And again, the sales associate, so helpful, answered all questions. I don't know what Gucci's commission scale is like. It might not be the best either, but these people deserve higher pay. Even the people that make the bags deserve higher pay. I think I read somewhere that Louis Vuitton, their employees had some kind of a protest or a walkout or something regarding that. And I mean, I don't blame them, because that's not fair. Like, we are paying this much more in bags, but it's not getting pushed out and spread amongst everywhere. The employees, the factory workers, that's just not fair to me. I forgot to say this at the top of the video, but please don't take this as me telling you what to do with your money, telling you such and such is not worth it. You know, that's for you to determine. What's worth it to you is for you to determine. I can't determine that. I'm just kind of speaking of what my opinion on the matter is. Some people might not have any issue at all paying nearly $2,000 for that Toy Lulu bag at all. And that is okay. Some people might not have a problem with it if it goes up to $2,200, $2,500. Cool. Just like the Neverfull might not have a problem paying over $2,000 for it now, and that is perfectly okay, because what money means to each person is going to be totally different. And I'm not judging. Sometimes I might say little funny things, and I'm just saying it to be funny, but it's really just my opinion. It is not based upon fact. Always keep that in mind. You can feel free to do whatever you want. I cannot tell anybody what to do with how they spend their money. But just in my opinion, I really feel like we can totally tell these brands that, hey, we have enough of this. And the number one way to do that is going to be through just stop buying from them. It's really going to be just that, but it's just going to be so hard to do because for the people that just are obsessed with it and buy things every month and buy like so many thousands of dollars a year worth of stuff, they're just not going to believe in that notion because that's just what comes natural and it's not something they really think about anymore. But for someone like me who has to plan and think about things that they buy when it comes to luxury things, it's more along the lines of something I'm considering. While I was Googling and doing, just checking some facts and figures about the price increases, I ran across this little, when you now on Google, you have like the list of things and you could drop down and get little quick blurbs of questions, I guess, that might be trending or related to what you search for. On this little Google area, it's from Forbes.com, so highly reputable, but one of the little people always ask questions. It asks, why are designer prices increasing? And according to Forbes, what they wrote in this article that was published in February of this year, which was probably around the Louis Vuitton price increase, it says, prices have risen because companies could do so without customer resistance. And that's basically just what I talked about, is that we are complaining. A lot of people are like, I'm not buying anything again. They're just ridiculous. Some people might actually mean it, but we're just accepting it because we're still buying it. And it also goes on to say, however, the cost of raw materials, supply chain increases, and other factors have made inflationary pressures a major factor. Again, I'm not going to say that that's total BS because, I mean, it is true. Just as everything in our regular lives are going up, it's going up to manufacture these products as well. So I get that. But increasing a bag $400, $300, and it's not going to quality, it's not going to the employees, it's not going to the factory workers, then where is it going? Yeah, just to pocket these ultra rich people who laugh at us for being mad about these increases, but yet still buy it. Let me know what you guys think. Is it something that you're considering to stop buying luxury items altogether? Or are you going to pick and choose the brands that you support? Or does this mean nothing to you? You're just going to go about it as normal and you'll just analyze each person as you see fit. So definitely let me know down below because I want to know what y'all think. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video because it always lets me know that you guys are loving this type of content and it helps me to push forward. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. But anyways, I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye.